Another video. Patrick here, and we just finished freeing Kieran, probably saying her name wrong, from the prison again. Stopped an evil demon named Abazo. Pretty sure he's gonna be the main villain, besides his evil master. He seems to like to be our main rival, or, you know. And yeah, we're just about to leave prison and return. Where is my whore? That's Amethyst. Let's ride, Phobos! If you guys know what the name is from, you know what the name is from. Type down Phobos in the chat for reference. God. Strange house. Wonder what it is. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Wonder what that is. There's a lot of strange things. That just looks beautiful. Just beautiful. Wait. I
can now say to your face that I do not enjoy being deceived, dragon.
I was afraid of this. Be careful.
Yeah, I have a dragon with me. We still did what you asked, though. So are you going to keep your end of the bargain?
I could break our agreement without a guilty conscience between your dishonesty and the company you keep.
Oaths and promises don't really mean much in the wilderness. However, allies and friends do. They have shown themselves at least willing to work with us, and nothing in my divination makes me think that they mean the world or us ill will. We figured out what you would want the rod for, and personally, I fully support your desire to return to your natural form. Especially if it means unearthing whatever your attackers are planning.
And what about after the dragon is returned to its form? Can we trust them with it then?
I'd hope so. If not, though, we can always take it back. Either way, can't condemn someone for something they haven't done yet, right? Give it to them with my blessing.
Fine. Hear me, dragon. I do this not for your sake. I do it for the child. A refuge and safe haven, even when nowhere else is. Besides, there is something about you, child. A sense of impending significance, for lack of a better term. I have been in this world long enough to trust my intuition, and it tells me to keep an eye on you. Regardless of what happens to the dragon, I will be curious to know your doings. Now go, hunt your quarry. And remember that the rod is not all-powerful. You must weaken your target first if it is a living thing. You have a battle ahead.
Any idea where we might find the creatures that stole Vair's body?
I tried scrying them too, but their lair seems to be protected from such spying. Sorry.
I may have an idea, though.
We'll take any advice you can offer.
Speak with the dwarves of Kelvin's Cairn. I have overheard their conversations whilst traveling as a storm. They speak of their kin in Mithril Hall facing a mysterious crisis, though I could not learn any details. Still, their troubles and yours could be related. If so, they may provide direction and help against a common foe.
It is as good a start as any. These foes are unnatural to our world, so they are bound to make disturbances that we might be able to follow.
Well, it's a start at least. Thank you both for your help.
Happy hunting!
Thanks. Okay. Let's just move. Is that what that big building over there was? Was that where the dwarves lived? They're ignoring. Oh yeah, that was where the dwarves lived. Huh. Dude, they lived so close. Well, let us go. Wait, was I able to speak with these dwarves? No. Okay. I didn't need to get off my horse.
Cairn, true home of the legendary Brunner Battlehammer himself. And who might you be?
What do you
True
mean,
home?
true home?
Ah, well, though Brunner was born in and became king of Mithril Hall, anyone who knew him said that his heart was really here in the Dale. Essentially, abandoned his kingdom to come here, actually. Questionable leadership, but makes for great bragging rights on our part.
My name is Katra, and I'm looking for a group of people and monsters. Have you heard anything about anyone working with chalky-skinned creatures that have bones and spines poking out of their flesh? Maybe a wizard in a mask?
Don't know about any wizard and haven't seen any monsters like that about, but we have had some tales from our kin down south in Mithril Hall. Just rumors, mind you. Before the trading caravans from our cousins stopped coming due to the blizzards, they had some stranger things to say. They were all over the place with the tales, but the consistencies between them told how civilians were losing their minds. There's been sabotage, murder, and people just up and disappearing, or trying to go into the deeper caves where they had no business being. Oh, and some people had talked about glimpsing a new small folk, they think, down in the Underdark. Just saw small, pale, white humanoids with grinning teeth and yellow eyes.
Those are
At
going to
the
be
risk
for
of jumping
Bruce.
to conclusions, that sounds at least similar to what you witnessed in your home. Not to mention that the small folks she mentioned sound like the star spawn Gru we have encountered.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a look at least. Thank you for the information. We'll get out of your hair and...
Boss, we're under attack! Some creepy pale things with spikes coming out of them! They're swarming
Friends
our
of
guard
yours?
posts!
You could say something like that.
They must have finally tracked us down. I knew they would eventually come for my soul as well as my body.
How many are there, and how didn't we see them coming? The scouts asleep?
The scouts didn't even have a chance to see them! The things just appeared right in the tunnels, behind one of our sentry posts! I think something teleported them here!
Get the workers and civilians into the deeper tunnels and call up the rest of the garrison. You follow them to the shelters until this is cleared up.
That's really tempting.
Katra.
Oh, all right. Let's go.
Your funeral, kid. Follow me.
Okay, here we go. Probably should have saved it for later.
After a human!
Oh crap, these things are a lot stronger than I remembered.
I think that's all of them.
Indeed. We have not seen the star spawn anywhere else in the
Oh,
Dale.
that's not so.
They were transported specifically here. That implies that they were coming for us.
How do you figure? They could have attacked us any time.
Maybe not. No one saw you in my cave when the cultists attacked me. It could be that they did not know who had my soul after losing the coin that held it. If they had known that you carried my soul, then that wizard in the mask would have either killed or captured you to take it back when he found us in Wizard Edro's tower.
So they've somehow figured it out since then, and have some way to find or at least track us.
That would seem to be the case. We should leave.
Probably for the
Or
demon.
pursue us. I do not want innocents caught in the
Aboard.
fighting.
Well, he was
Vair,
right about
that actually
screwing us
sounded
over.
rather generous and thoughtful. Downright altruistic, actually.
Just get us to Mithril Hall quickly. If we stay in one spot too long, it will make it all the easier for the enemy to attack us. And we do not know what their capabilities are. For all we know, this invasion was either the entirety of their force, or but a tiny fraction of their army.
Good point. Yeah, we should go.
Hi. Ooh! He fell. What is this? Okay, I need to take a look at that. Where's the audio? Hello? Okay, we're back. Where did my horse go? He just disappears from existence. Oh, we're back here. So else we've been here. I'm definitely gonna buy some stuff now. Oh, we're taking him. Not yet. I'm gonna buy crap. Is this better? It is. Oh, I already have it. Great. Yes. Very strong. Okay, it was blue. Speed potion. Don't need that. Magic potion. Well, 3 on the hands, their wisdom, and not sure what that would do for me. Concept potion. Song slays. Good hands are curse monster, right? Huh. Okay, that's all.
Need a lift?
Yep. Mr. Hall, please.
The journey out of Icewind Dale is slow and treacherous, the snow hindering your progress with yetis taking advantage of your predicament. Still, after repelling a few raids, you manage to round the spine of the world, feeling the fresh, warmer breezes rising from the south as you turn east and skirt the foothills as you make for Mithril Hall. You keep the fetid troll-infested swamps of the Evermoors to your right as you near your destination, climbing the last slope in the mountain shadow and passing through the Dwarven city's main gates, hoping to find the lair of the Starspawn.
Oh. Nice. Well, here we are, guys. Chapter 4. Empty. Not really roomy.
Next.
Lots of guards
Oh.
on duty. It certainly seems that something has the dwarves on alert, though whether it has to do with us.
Next.
Honestly, I hope it does. As bad as that could be for the dwarves, it was a long way to get here, and I don't want this trip to be for nothing.
Agreed. Though I will be more than happy to leave these tunnels. We've only just arrived, and already I cannot help but feel trapped.
We'll get in and out as quickly as we can. Just tell me if you start having
forward.
problems, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Step forward.
Please move forward.
Next. Next. Step forward.
Dude, he said step forward. What are we scanning for?
Next. Step forward. Next. Step forward. Next. Step forward. Side.
Oh,
Again? How many times will our simple presence be a cause for suspicion or study? This is growing tiresome.
fair. But the fair.
Do you have any explanation for this?
Yeah. Actually, let me ask.
I do, but I'm not sure I can trust you with it.
This is a matter of Mithril Hall's security. Your trust in us has nothing to do with it.
Fair enough.
Either way, you'll be detained until we finish evaluating you. Our commander's on the way to address this personally.
And how long will all of this take?
That is for our commander to decide. You might not be allowed to leave at all.
So you're the one who set our alarms to screaming like a goat that's been cornered by a mountain lion? Fengir, I don't feel like wasting our time here, so cast your spells and let's get on with our lives. If you resist his spells, he will know. Submit to them, or we will use more invasive and painful methods to get what we need out of you.
Rude.
I would suggest that you answer Commander Tordek's questions fully and truthfully, while providing any other information that's applicable to our investigation and/or Mithril Hall and its denizens.
As the dwarf casts his spell, you feel a sensation akin to what you did when Thesserai's assistant cast Zone of Truth on you. This, however, is more direct, targeted, and instead of trying to prevent a certain kind of action, you can feel something trying to take control of a part of your mind and thereby compel you to follow his instructions.
Good. The first thing I want to know about is this entity inside of you. Finger says that there is another consciousness living inside of you, but that it does not seem to do you any harm. What is it, and do you or it wish to harm the people of Mithril Hall?
Okay, here we go. Fixed. Either calm response or share too much.
It
Let's
is
do
the
calm.
soul of the noble dragon Endandravair, and neither he nor I wish you harm unless you conspire with our enemies.
It seems that your magics have not failed you yet, old friend.
No, though I must admit to not believing it when the detection spells registered a dragon's presence.
Surprising as all of this is, what business have you in Mithril Hall? Why come here?
We have heard rumors about strange things happening in Mithril Hall, including disappearances and bizarre behavior. Since the people and creatures we are hunting are not of this world and have a history of kidnapping while working with humanoids, this seemed the most likely place to look.
While I am sure that some of the rumors you have heard are exaggerated, things are certainly not ideal here either. Before we go any further, perhaps it would be best if you started from the beginning and told me all you know and what manner of foe you are looking for.
Well, make yourselves comfortable, because this is gonna take a while.
I am patient, but do not take too long. I have a crisis to address. So these pale things in the tunnels we've found, that they are not from Faerun explains why no one in the city is familiar with them. We had thought that they were perhaps a lost people from the Underdark, as those caverns are vast and not all of them explored. I had suspected that their appearance might have something to do with our missing people.
What did you think they had to do with this?
I had thought that perhaps they were the ones controlling those who we found trying to enter the deep tunnels. That this is probably a cult that some of our missing people might have joined willingly makes this issue all the more complicated and dangerous.
People have been behaving strangely too, right?
Aye. The commander of Mithril Hall's scouting forces had repeatedly sent squads into the Underdark over the last months, and none of them came back. He also pushed for expansion into the tunnels and other projects that would put workers and fighters outside of our gates and barriers. We moved to question him, but he died when we tried to arrest him. I wonder if perhaps he was an accomplice to this cult. It makes me wonder just how many of our own people have willingly surrendered themselves to this cause.
What did you think they had to do with this?
I had thought that perhaps they were the ones controlling those who we found trying to enter the deep tunnels. That this is probably a cult that some of our missing people might have joined willingly makes this issue all the more complicated and dangerous. As for whatever has taken the dragon's body, that is not an enemy we can allow to rest at our front door.
So what do you plan to do about it?
Kill it, of course. If you cannot remove the creature from Endandravair's body, then a dragon controlled by a cult is not something that we can ignore.
But you are willing to let us try first.
I am. Partly because the most callous and pragmatic smart thing to do would be to allow it. If you succeed, then the problem is solved. If you fail, then you will most likely die and be unable to stop us. Furthermore, you seem to genuinely believe you can accomplish this, even while compelled to tell us the truth of yourself and your journeys. You have spoken of overcoming monstrous creatures and seem to have a plan with this Rod of Alignment, which Fengir would salivate over if you gave him a chance to examine it.
I would not salivate.
Yes, you
Sure.
would. Because of your confidence and because it is right to help a goodly dragon, we will move forward with your plan and aid you as we can. Our scouts have tracked these Starspawn to a set of ruins in the Underdark that they seem to be using as their base. Chances are you will find your dragon there, or at least more information about where it could be.
That's...
However, confidence can be unwarranted. To make sure that you are up to the task, we will test you. A simple sparring match should do. It will be you against, say, 3 of our best fighters. If you beat them, then we will assist you. If you cannot, then we will have to consider you a liability and keep you from interfering while we kill the possessed dragon. Much as it pains me to admit.
3 against 1 seems a bit unfair. Are they really any good?
The ones I have in mind each earn their reputations fairly. One slew a hook horror when he was a fresh recruit in the army, and the other 2 were essential in finding and exterminating an illithid outpost.
Oh, what?
Sorry, hook horror?
A predator of the Underdark with a sharp beak and a pair of hooks instead of arms that are just as capable of rending flesh as they are of helping the monster climb about. They are normally pack hunters, but Varg managed to get cornered by one. Crazy dwarf hacked it to pieces, though the things are covered in a carapace as tough as wood.
What is an illithid?
They're more commonly known as mind flayers. They stand
Oh,
like people,
those.
but have tentacles on their bulbous faces. They
I know
read
those.
minds, can brainwash prey, kill you with their psychic abilities, or simply crack open your skull and suck your brain out. Now that I mention it, there have been more reports of mind flayer signs lately. Should look into that.
No, it
Are you
worried.
nuts? If they're that good, what makes you think I could take them out all at once?
If you cannot defeat them, then what makes you think you can overcome a dragon? Much less everything between you and it.
That is actually fair enough, but
What if I
let's do
refuse?
this.
Then you will be stripped of all your possessions and kept here in this cage until the matter is resolved.
Very well.
Well, okay,
I accept your terms and your challenge.
Excellent. In that case, Fengir, you may remove the restraints and end the spell.
The Shabbat take you, Tordek. Felt like I was about to start bleeding out of my eyes from maintaining the suggestion for so long.
I would never let that happen. Else your wife would skin me alive once she saw you.
And I would let her.
You're free to go now. I will return to my other duties, and when you are ready, report to the Silverbeard Arena to face 3 of our champions.
Great. This was a lengthy discussion, so I'm going to end the video here. After I raid the chest. You saw nothing. So yeah, there you are. See you guys next time. Bye!